Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I appreciate we're not voting on this tonight and the amendment has not been selected, and I appreciate also that there will be a lot of discussion happening in other places about what is an ongoing process. So I don't want to detain the House neither. I want to be brief, but I do want to make some points by way really of giving notice of things that I don't think are going to go away as we chart our way through this debate in the next weeks and months. And the first thing to say is that whilst on paper, on the face of the agenda, these propositions appear to be very similar. Both are concerned with proxy voting. Actually, in character and intent, they are quite distinct and different things. The first is a matter of providing a facility to individual members in specific circumstances that they may or may not come across during their time in this place. And that's the proxy for parental leave. The second one, however, is a matter of the type of changes we should make to how we function collectively in order to deal with a public health response to a global pandemic. And for the benefit of the Right Honourable Member for Gainsborough, who I don't think has quite got this is not a debate just about trying to do the right thing with individual members who may be ill or who may be shielding. This is also about us as an institution trying to do the right thing and protect the rest of society from the actions that we take, because they have consequences too. And that's why I think it is important that we do revisit how we operate in this place, because on the face of it, there does appear to be a fairly major contradiction between the stance that the government took yesterday and what it is imploring the public to do and the rules that we apply to ourselves. Yesterday, the Prime Minister said to employees and employers, you should work from home if you can do so. Well, it is not good enough for this chamber to tell that to the general public, and then when MPs have the opportunity and the possibility of working from home, they choose not to by switching off the machine that allowed remote participation. So we do need to revisit this and make sure that the message is consistent. And I think, to finish, Mr Deputy Speaker, we need to do three things. The first is, of course, in my view, we need to go back to the system of remote voting. As the Shadow Leader has said, it was simple, it was secure, but most of all, it was safe, and it allowed us to vote effectively without coming into proximity with one another. Secondly, we need to get rid of this ridiculous split in the fact that some of our proceedings allow virtual participation and some do not. I don't understand the distinction, frankly, so I don't expect the public to understand it. Tomorrow, Thursday, if I were not here, I could participate in business questions, fulfilling my role, and I would make a 2 or 3 minute speech in the morning by the computer. In the afternoon, where I am down also to speak in a debate, I would be forbidden from taking part in that debate were I not here. And that is wrong. We should have the opportunity to virtually participate in all of our proceedings. And finally, Mr Deputy Speaker, I implore the leadership of the House to be more open-minded and ambitious about how they approach this topic. And instead of thinking this as a matter of how we can, with second-hand iPads and dodgy broadband connections, try and communicate through these screens here, let's be a little bit more sophisticated in that. Let's harness all of the technology that is available to us and look at major centres of population throughout the United Kingdom and hire proper video conferencing facilities that allow members to go to a place and be absolutely certain and secure that they can participate safely and remotely.
Constraints, Tommy Shepherd.